This is my first stream from my new house with fiber. This is also an update for YouTube. Hi, everybody on YouTube. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's start from the top. First of all, as many of you may astutely notice, this is the first time I've worn a beanie at my new house, and that's because this is actually my first real stream from my new house. Oh, thank you, Chad. It's been a long time coming. I really appreciate you guys putting up with it. Now, this is not the final move section. For me, right now, the final move, when everything kind of like clicks back into place, is going to be probably mid-November. And that's when I move into my actual studio and everything. Right now, I'm in an upstairs room. It is basically empty, except this desk, which is why you hear like a weird echo on the mic that's not normally there. But yeah, we are back. We are here. And this is a first major step also for me to get back to like more regular hours. For those that know, I normally would stream from like 8 to 2 to 4 every day, and then also come back for a few hours in the afternoon. So pretty much every day was like 8 to 10 hours of streaming. But ever since I started moving and stuff, I basically would get off between like 11 and 12 each day, sometimes even earlier. I'd skip the cozy all the time. So my days went from like 8 to 10 hours to like 4 to 8, erring more on the side of 4. So thankfully, now that I can work from home, this means a lot of great changes, and hopefully this is the first step in getting back more of that time for you guys, which I am very excited to do, because frankly, you guys deserve it. I really appreciate y'all putting up with the last few months. It's been a thing. We are going to do a few more streams from the old house. There's still a lot of setup there that is not here yet, particularly my entire like HDMI switch splitter console situation is still at the old house. So tomorrow morning, I'm actually going to be going to the old house. We're going to be finishing Judgment. And once Judgment gets done, I'm probably going to move my main streaming machine to here, maybe bring the PS5 and the consoles over, get that kind of stuff done so we can start doing that stuff from here in the future as we do more console games. Also, let's talk about the docket real quick. Today, we're going to be finishing up Unmetal. I don't know how much we have left, but I know we have some left. So we're going to be doing some Unmetal. Then we're going to be going right into the Outer Wilds DLC. Then I got pinged for an indie game this afternoon that looks kind of like They Are Billions, except it's doing some cool stuff on its own. Like it seems to be a combination of They Are Billions and The Last Spell, where you are definitely defending against a horde, but there's like a day-night cycle. There's perks every day that you get. There's like specialty heroes that you level. So it looks interesting. So we're going to be trying that out. We've got a sponsor stream from 12 to 1. And it's not out yet. The game actually comes out on the 7th of October. So you guys can take an early look at it, see if it's worth your money. And we'll be doing that from 12 to 1. After that, I'm probably going to get off because I've got a lot of stuff around the house to do today. Need to make a recycling run, do some more stuff in here to make it my main studio, that kind of thing. Then I should be back this evening for Pathfinder. Also, quick note for the YouTube people and people that are following along with playthroughs. As we move into October, I really want to start getting some scary games together. So at some point over the next few days, my extremely awesome, amazing, talented, beautiful moderator, Nuriel, has come up with a giant list of scary games that I have not played. And what I'm going to do is we are going to go through that list on stream. And I am going to pick what games I'd like to play in Nopetober, which is our little October scary event. Nope! That's basically our entire event. So we're going to go through that list together, and we're going to see what are must plays, basically. On that note, I have decided also that I think I was going to try to wait until I was done with Pathfinder to play Encased. But with all these other games that I'm playing during the day stream, I have realized that I still have like 40 hours of Pathfinder left, at least. And considering I'm only playing like an hour and a half to 2 hours a day in the cozy stream, it's going to be like another month till we're done. Let's be real. So on that note, I am going to start playing Encased. I'm still going to keep playing Pathfinder in the cozy streams, but I think I'm going to go ahead and start up an Encased playthrough, because Encased, unlike Pathfinder, is like a 35 to 40 hour game. So we that's a game that we can actually like knock out in a week. if I sit down and play it. So I think we're gonna do that. I really want to play Encased, and frankly, I don't want to put it off anymore because I really want to play it. So we're gonna be doing that. And again, I do want to stress Pathfinder will continue. It's just going to be in the cozy streams and in afternoon streams here and there and that kind of stuff. So depending on if you do side stuff or not, Encased can be 100 plus hours.
Nani?
Wait. Really? Okay, I was told that it was like 35 or 40 hours. By the way, I see a lot of people in chat being like, I would just focus on Pathfinder. No, thanks. I appreciate your opinion, but I've decided I want to play Encased too. So, yeah. So I appreciate your feedback. No, I'm going to make this decision on my own, and we're going to do that. So I believe the proper way to say that is a capital N followed by a capital Omega lol, because this is my stream, and I do what I want. So on that note, there will be Encased soon, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so let's see. Fiber update, Beanie update, new house update, games we're playing update, October update. I don't have any merch coming out. I don't have any big events coming up. We are going to be playing the Battlefield beta. I hope to see you in it. People have been asking me about that already. I'm definitely going to be playing the Battlefield beta. Also, still planning on playing Final Fantasy. Go FF. We're going to be going FF pretty much as soon as Pathfinder's wrapping up. Maybe a little bit earlier. We'll see. But I do want to get back to Encased. And not Encased. Final Fantasy. I want to get back to Final Fantasy. I am kind of itching to play it, to be honest. Like, oh, you know what? We'll also go ahead and say this for the YouTube people, because I've actually noticed. By the way, I'm still a little sick. I have noticed a couple errant comments on videos that are completely unrelated to this on YouTube, and what they are is like I'll be playing Pathfinder or something, and I'll see like, hey, why aren't you playing New World? Okay, so we'll go ahead and just address this now real quick for the YouTube folks. I played New World in alpha, and it was an alpha, but I was like, oh, this has some potential. And then I played New World when it came out in the beta. And when I played New World in the beta, I did two things. I really sat down with the skill and customization system, and I looked at the crafting and creative system, and that was the first thing I did. And the second thing I did was I really talked to myself, and I went, okay, what long-term goals would I want to set in this game? And here's the problem. When I left that New World beta, I was relatively thoroughly unimpressed with the character progression. I felt like it was very shallow. I felt like the fact that you only get 3 active abilities on 2 different weapons at a time felt more like an action game than an RPG. I seriously have played like action adventure games that had better character progression than I felt New World had. And second of all, I couldn't find myself planning any long-term goals. Similar to PlanetSide, I felt like taking over the world wouldn't really mean anything outside of my E-penis, which, don't get me wrong, if you would have hit me at another point in my life, I probably would have been super into New World. If I, like, there's other parts of my life where I really enjoyed competition, and I enjoyed playing in competition, and that's where I got my jollies. And, you know, these are back in my mid and early 20s. So I probably would have at some point in my life really enjoyed New World. But these days, I want my end game to be about like exploring a world that's interesting to me, going to a bunch of interesting and unique places to get items or do quests, a really cool end game developed rating system with progression. Like, the stuff that I'm looking for in an MMO right now just doesn't really sync up to New World. It doesn't really sync up. I think it's a beautiful game. I think I'm thrilled that so many people are enjoying it. I wish Amazon the best, because frankly, they need a win, and I hope this is a win for them. But I tried it. I tried it twice. It just wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't what I was looking for. So that's kind of where we are with that. I am sorry. I get asked 20 plus times, 100 plus times a day if I'm going to be playing it and when am I playing it. And I'm not really into it, man. I really want an MMO. I really want an MMO. But the next MMO on my docket is probably going to be a game called Lost Ark. There's an ARPG coming out called Lost Ark. I'm going to probably be checking that out. It has like end game dungeons. It has items to farm. It's got raiding. That looks really interesting. I want to return to Final Fantasy 14. I've been really enjoying that. Although Final Fantasy 14, although I love it, Final Fantasy 14 a lot of times to me feels more like a single player RPG than an MMO. Like Final Fantasy 14 is a very unique beast. I was talking about this with somebody yesterday, and Final Fantasy 14 is really cool, and I really enjoy it. But there's parts about it that don't really scratch my MMO itch, which is weird. And I'm sure many of you would disagree with me, and that's okay. That's okay. But there's things that I look for in an MMO that I really love that Final Fantasy 14 doesn't have. But it's still an awesome game, and I'm really enjoying my time in it. So that's kind of how that goes. But yeah, the games I'm really looking forward to are, of course, Lost Ark. Ashes of Creation actually seems to have it ticks a lot of boxes for me. I'm very interested in Ashes of Creation. I hope it's going to be good. I hope it has the content to keep the base mechanics going for a long time. I think that could be cool. And then, of course, Pantheon. I'm still holding hope for Pantheon. And thankfully, what I'm doing is laying the foundation for my Pantheon hype. So when it comes out in 2041, hopefully, I will be really enjoying it, and we can go from there. So that's kind of where we're going with all of that. So what I'm trying to say is that I need Twitch to buy me out to the tune of 70 to 100 million. I need to find a fleet of incredibly good coders, and I need to build my own MMO in about a year and a half. That's what I'm trying to say. So when that happens, we'll see what we can do, and I'll see about getting you all the perfect MMO that the world has been waiting for over 2 decades. I'm good. Great. Okay. 69 million. Nice. I think that'd be good. Anyway, I think that about covers everything. If you are watching this update on YouTube, thanks for watching on YouTube. I've been trying to read more and more comments on YouTube, and I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are a pretty great community on there, and I know a lot of you can't make it to the Twitch channel, so thanks for watching and putting up with all this lack of content over the last few months. If you're watching this on Twitch, hi. This is live for you. And we're about to play some Unmetal and hang out and have some fun today. So on that note, let's get started. Thanks.